What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we are back here on this Tuesday with a full deep dive analytics review recap of the entire India tour of the West Indies and United States of American people. Of course, if you have been living under a rock or are unsure, there is a big ODI World Cup coming up this year, and then next year there's going to be a massive T20 World Cup that is held in the West Indies and in the United States. So this is kind of like a little preview that we got here of what the decks will look like. The MLC has happened recently, so we're getting a feel for what the USA is going to look like next year in a World Cup. Good crowds, good stadiums. The pitch might need some damn work, but anyway, we're going to jump straight into that one here. If you're new around here, just hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and most importantly, comment down below your biggest takeaway from this entire tour from India in the West Indies. I mean, this was a pretty big tour. I mean, going into the series, we knew there was going to be a few rests here and there from Team India, not at their full strength in every game, but gee whiz, it actually turned out to be an amazing series in the end, especially the 5 T20s, which we will get to at the back end of this video. But I've also got to just point something out. I forgot where I was going with that, but we've got the notes up here like usual, and we're going to be taking down key points throughout the video. Like, there's just a lot to talk about, I feel like the opening combination, the debutant, the bowling lineup, the middle order. There is so much to talk about on that Team India perspective as well, coming into a big World Cup. So we're going to go through it all here today. Let's just get straight into it. We're not here to fuck spiders. We're here to talk cricket. Let's do it. Jumping into it now, we are going to start off with the test matches, of course. 2 of them were played. The first one really did set a tone for how the series would go for most of it until the T20s, really. But yeah, the first test match. Look, we know the Windies are in a transitional period with their red ball team. It's a mess. There's no generous way to put it, or nice way to put it. They are a mess in their red ball team at the moment. And to be honest, like, I think most people know what happened, but we are going to touch on these briefly. Player of the match was the debutant Jaiswal. I mean, if you want to make a fucking impact on debut, just do what that man did. I mean, the levels of his game are showing already so early in his career. For someone of his young age to do it in all 3 formats really already. I mean, we haven't seen him dominate an ODI game yet, I don't believe, but on debut, 171 off 387 deliveries, which for me is almost the most important part. The fact that he stayed out there, soaked up so many deliveries. Like, we see so many players, especially young guys, come in from the white ball setups into the red ball team, and they just they don't switch, like, they don't make any changes to their game. They try and play their same way, like it's baseball. Sometimes that doesn't work, and you've seen Jaiswal in T20s, he gets on the front foot, he attacks. Then it got to test matches, and he just knows the balance of the game and knows when to put the foot on, knows when to take it off, and knows when to just settle the fuck down and play smart test cricket, which, you know, was he playing against the greatest bowling attack in West Indian history? No. But there's still some good names. Kemar Roach, Alzari Joseph, the Dream Rakeem Cornwall. Good to see the man back in there. Holder, Braithwaite, bunch of other fellas. So look, I mean, you're playing up against a really good bunch of blokes there who are bowling decent. Rakeem, most importantly, did take a wicket, but yeah, that opening partnership from Hitman and Jaiswal is probably, gee whiz, most Indian fans have been praying for stuff like this for a long time, honestly, since back in the day, in early 2000s, when they had a really solid opening partnership. Now they're kind of building a new one here. I mean, the only big talking point I find out of this batting order for India, and let's head over to the notes, is who's the opening partnership? Let's say India play a big test match next week against England. Okay, let's say. Who opens? It's not going to be KL, obviously. KL's not there. You can forget that man. He's done with the red ball setup. To be honest, I don't know how KL gets back into this team opening either. So obviously white ball different, but red ball I don't know. So it's Rowett, and then is it Gill or Jaiswal? And as we see here, they've got that man Jaiswal opening over Shubman Gill now. Now, I don't know if this was just a test for this series, just to kind of, you know, see if Jaiswal or Gill could play at number 3, but Shupman Gill is not a number 3. And it's such a weird thing how going from opening down to number 3 can make you look such a different player, but he just can't seem to find the runs. And again, if you're going into a big test match tomorrow as Team India, who's your opening combo? Comment that down below right now. If it was me personally, I'd still have Rowett and Gill. But I tell you what, you'd find it hard to keep Jaiswal out. I mean, I would try and at least fit him in somewhere into that test setup. It would be nice if he could be a wicket keeper, because then he could just replace Bharat, but it's not that easy, is it? So anyways, we move on from that one. The first test match, really just a complete demolition job there by India. And then into the second one. So we'll just briefly touch on the second one. It was a washout in the end. It was a draw, but there was a big 100 made. And a nice little 5 for 60. How could I forget from the man Mohammad Siraj? Very nice there. You love to see that. Jaiswal, Hitman, very strong again. Shupman Gill at number 3. It's not going to work. Not yet, anyway. What do you guys reckon? It's interesting. Virat Kohli at number 4, 121. I mean, it was a pretty good knock. I did watch the highlights of that one. Didn't get to watch... I think I got to watch him get to about 40. It was a long time ago. And then, yeah, I had to watch the highlights when I woke up. But just a really good knock. And you have a look at his strike rate there. It's actually kind of un-Virat Kohli-like there to not have a higher strike rate almost. Rahane, 8. Jadu, Ishan amongst it as well. So Ishan given the chance over KS Bharat. I like that as well. Look, I don't mind Bharat, but yeah, I would rather just pick Ishan Kishan, to be honest. Like, at least have a bit of fun with it while you're at it. What else is worth talking about out of this one? Not much. Mohammad Siraj, Pfeiffer, Jadev Unadkat. Yeah, you probably got to imagine. Let's write the man's names down here. Let's Unadkat. I think I'm going to give him a big X, so that's a shame. Unfortunately, look, you guys know I'm a fan of the man, Unadkat over here. I remember when he came back in that Bangladesh series, and I thought he looked really, really good, but yeah, I think he's more of a backup bowler or more of your domestic sort of... It's tough because he seems like such a good guy, but hey, that's not what we're in the business for, I'm sorry. So yeah, I think he might find himself not in this Indian team very longer in the red ball setup, especially with guys like Bumrah, even Umesh Yadav. Like, yeah, there's guys coming through. Umran Malik will come through eventually. Lord Sakua is probably amongst that in different conditions as well. So there's just so many different players amongst it. Mukesh Kumar's a new addition to that team as well. So where does Mukesh Kumar fit amongst it? I'm unsure, but I think he looked all right. He got some pretty good opportunity. And then just pretty much more of the same here. So, yeah, that's really all worth talking about for the test matches right there. Hey, jump into the ODIs. I was about to do like a little edit and do that. But anyways, while we're here, let's just fucking talk about the ODIs, shall we? The first one. Again, it didn't get off to a hot start for the West Indies, did it? Gee whiz, they just need to sort themselves out, you were thinking. They get knocked over for 114 in the first game. Now, I did get to see this player of the match. This reminds me of what happened now. The man Kuldeep Yadav, 4 for 6. Yeah, Kulchar, I need to see it at the ODI World Cup. If you are listening right now, Jay Shah, I know you're a fan of the channel. I know you have a listen every now and then. Please play Kulchar at the World Cup. Even as an Aussie, I will accept watching them destroy teams just to see Kulchar back out there at a World Cup again. Because, that's a special sort of feeling right there. Just two of the best blokes. Anyway, moving on. Where am I at? West Indies. Again, not a whole lot going on here. Shai Hope, top score of 43. Yeah, it's not good. Hardik Pandya. Good to see. Mukesh Kumar, Shardul, Jadu takes 3 for Umran Malik. Good to see Umran rolling the arm over a few times there. Yeah, really is just good to see. Obviously, he didn't have a great IPL season at all. He was getting picked and then got taken out of the team. And look, he didn't dominate this game, but just good to see the man out there. Into India's batting, Kishan, Shupman Gill put back into the opening position for the white ball team. Again, maybe it was a lack of confidence or whatever happened there. It was a long time ago. Surya at 3, Hardik at 4. Jadu at 5, so you're batting pretty small there, and then you had Hitman come down there at number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitman came in at 7. What happened? I'm trying to remember. Was he hurt? Gee whiz, I'm not going to lie. I cannot remember. I'm sorry. Like, as much as you try to remember everything, you can't. You just can't. All right. And the windy bowlers, no one cares. So, moving on to the second ODI in the series. I believe the Windies won that. Yes, they did. They knocked over India for 181 and registered their first win of the entire tour/series. Actually a really big moment for them, and they didn't have to chase down too much. I mean, you send India into bat first, you knock them over for under 200. A pretty not young, but a pretty inexperienced sort of batting lineup for India there. When you've got Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill, who both top scored, and then after that, it was Sanju at 3. We'll get to Sanju Samson later, but what we will do is write the man Sanju's name right here. Am I going to leave it with a question mark? Because I want to get into Sanju Samson a little bit later and his potential spot at any Indian team. Axar batting at 4, Pandya 5, Surya 6, and yeah, just nothing really to talk about from India's perspective there. You had some polls though from Romero Shepherd, Sunrisers Hyderabad legend, I think. Or was he a part of Gujarat? I can't remember. I'll edit that out. And then into the Windies, finish that off with a Shy Hope 63 right there. Shardul Thakur just takes wickets. Is he a part of an ODI World Cup team? It's actually a good question. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write that one down too. Shardul. There we go. Bang, just like that. I actually like that I'm starting to do this so I can kind of remember the things that we're talking about through the video. So, yep. All right, on to the last ODI there. So it was 1-1 going into the third, and India did end up winning the series, completely dominated the third ODI match here, but probably a fair enough statement from the Windies to get one win in the ODI series. I was expecting a full whitewash, so they actually did quite well to get one win. India into bat first, they set a total of 351, which is pretty strong. But you're expecting a competitive chase, or you're expecting something quite competitive against that. Yeah, it didn't really turn out that way, did it? Into the Indian batsman, Ishan Kishan, Shubman Gill is a sexy opening partnership. The left-hand, right-hand combo, it's just sexy. Two youngsters, two roosters that, you know, obviously they like themselves. They rate themselves quite highly, which is nothing wrong with that. We're all here for self-confidence, but gee whiz, they are... I don't know. India has these exciting combos. You add Jaiswal into that mix. You add bloody Rishabh into that mix at the top of the order when he's back. I mean, they just got these exciting guys who can come in and play. Taluk's amongst it. Rinku will be amongst it. You got Rudraj who's amongst it in this game. Didn't get much of an opportunity throughout the tour, Rudraj, but he'll be better for it. That's okay. For the man Ruti. Sanju. So actually did make a good comeback here, a nice 51 off 41, but there still is a bit to talk about with Sanju. We'll get to it. Hardik not out for a 70, captain's knocker, leading the team there in that Surya and Jadu. So look, just the regular names amongst it. You haven't seen a massive score from Surya just yet. That does end up happening at one point, as we do know. Nothing to really report there from the bowlers. Nothing to report there. But into the Indian bowlers, Mukesh Kumar. I mean, who would have thought 6 to 8 months ago that Mukesh Kumar was one of the leading wicket takers for India in a tour? But he is, and here he is playing some pretty good cricket. The Delhi Capitals legend himself. Hardik Pandya. It's just good to see him bowl. Lord Thakur, I mean, the man just fucking takes poles whenever he wants. 4 for 37 off 6. So let's talk about Shardul Thakur now. Let's talk about that position for the World Cup. There's not a lot of medium pace all-rounders for India, is there? So is he the number one guy? Unless I'm forgetting someone, which no doubt I am. That always seems to happen. But Hardik is a medium-paced all-rounder who can bowl, but do you want Hardik Pandya bowling 6 to 7 overs in a World Cup game every game? I'm unsure. Who is the other all-rounder? So let's think. Let's go. So you got him, you got Shardul, you got Hardik. Who are the other medium pace all-rounders for India? Oh, shit. Oh no, my knowledge is being tested here. There's going to be an obvious one that I just look like a dickhead that I don't remember. I did see Clarke Varma bowl, but that was more spin, medium, slow pace anyway. But anyway, so look, it doesn't seem like, off the top of my memory, that there is a whole heap of competitiveness for that next all-rounder spot at the World Cup. Of course, Jadu, Ashwin, Axar, they're going to be the 3 spinning all-rounders, but you have to have at least 1 to 2 medium paces in the squad. So Shardul, he might be the man. He might be the man who just like takes apart a World Cup with his bowling, which it wouldn't surprise me. Jadev Unadkat, unfortunate. Kuldeep, very nice, very economical, very sexy. And then Jadu doing some similar stuff. So the ODI series, as you can see here, Kishan won player of the series, Gill won player of the match for just being really cool looking and just, you know, having a good rig. So that is how the ODIs ended. Again, I was going to do a little edit and then jump into the T20s, but while we're here and I still haven't stopped talking, let's get to the T20. Let's get into the first T20. This was one of my favourite series of cricket I've watched in a while. Like, obviously, the Ashes happened recently. That was pretty fun to watch. The WTC final, you know, all of that good shit. Border Gavaskar. But this was a really good series, especially if you were an Indian fan and you got to watch. Like, yes, they lost 3-2, but you got to watch some exciting stuff. But hey, props has to go to the West Indies for this series win. I mean, to get completely destroyed for the last 4 to 5, 6 games in a row, then to come back in a T20 series and win against India is a pretty big achievement. So firstly, a big congratulations to them and the man Darren Sammy. I believe he is their coach. If not, I'll edit that out. All right. First T20. The West Indies start off with a win. 149 on the board. You're thinking India should chase that down quite comfortably in the end, but no, sir. Player of the match, Jason Holder, 2 for 19. Sunrisers Hyderabad legend. And you have a look, I mean, like, there's no massive run scorer. Nicky Paran came back from the MLC to play in the international team. Romvan Power took over as skipper. Hetmeyer's amongst the team. They just look like such a different team when they have actually got their best players. Paran, Powell, Hetmeyer. Those are 3 guys who aren't always playing for this team, especially Hetmeyer and Paran. So to get those 2 back was massive, and they were really good this series. Especially Romvan Powell. I thought his captaincy was really, really good. The skipper, 48, actually stood up with the skipper in with the bat in hand. Romvan, I just spoke about you. Shimron Hetmeyer, 10, not to be. But yeah, look, 148, 149. I meant decent. The wickets, Arshdeep Singh, 2 for 31, Mukesh Kumar, Axar, Yuzi, 2 for Hardik, 1, and Kuldeep, 1. So, yeah, okay. Nothing really to highlight out of there. I thought Arshdeep was a little bit expensive throughout this entire T20 series, but he took a good amount of poles. So, yeah, just love seeing that improvement from Arshdeep. Into India, it just fell apart early, didn't it? Ishan and Shukman, you can see this entire tour when those 2 failed. It was pretty rough going. Sir, you're at 321, not to be. But how about this guy? Now, you look at the score sheet and you're not thinking that, you know, this was the greatest knock in the 20th century, but 39 off 22 when his team was under pressure. You have a look at the fall of wickets here. They were 2 for 28, 3 for 67, you know, pretty much when he came out to the crease. So, thought he batted incredibly well, and we'll get talking more about Clarke and his development through this series and where a potential spot sits for him at the World Cup. So what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to write the man Clarke's name right there, just so we don't forget to speak about him and his potential role at the World Cup. So, yeah, at number 4, that's a position that India have kind of lacked. You know, they've got, you know, their opening partnership. They've got Kohli at 3. I mean, it's all quite settled until you get to that 4-5 and you just keep going down, and they just haven't had that guy who has stuck around that I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. So, you know, there's a lot of guys fighting for that spot. Surya, Jaiswal, Clarke, even Sanju. So it's good competition. Hardik, none, and that's pretty much it. So Sanju Samson out for 12 right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the first T20. India lose the first one, down 1-0. Can I press back? Thank you very much, T20, ESPN. On to the second one. And hold on a damn minute. Hold on, is this going to be a whitewash? The Windies took home the second one 2-0. And you're thinking, what the oh no, that's the ODI. Hold on a minute. I'm like, those scores are not it, bro. There we go. I'm back in it now. So there we go. The second T20 into... Hold on. Is this right? First T20. Hold on. Well, I'll edit all of this out. Don't even worry about that. I'm just trying to make sure this is the right one. Yeah, okay. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Yo, hold on a minute. All right. You didn't see any of that. Sweet. So the second T20 International Player of the Match was Nicky Paran. Just shows the importance of getting someone like him back. India only make 152 off the bat, which is kind of concerning. Back-to-back scores that were quite poor, quite low. Look, looking at the team, there's no Jadu, there's no Virat, there's no Rohit, there's no KL, if you want to say. There's no Jaiswal amongst that team. There's no Shreyas Iyer. There's no Bumrah. There's no Shami. So look, they are missing a lot of great talent that would be in their starting team. But this Indian team would be like a top 4 team in the world at a World Cup. I've got no doubt about it. So it's still some pretty good competition. Kishan gone early. Shupman, not a great series. Did all right in the ODIs. He did come back towards the back end of this T20 series, which we will get into, but had a little bit of a slow going. Surya, similar. Clarke Varma. How old is he? 19, 20? I mean, the kid's a superstar. Like, what the actual heck? You know, we've seen what he could do at the under 21 World Cup or the under 19 World Cup, whatever age bracket it goes by, and yeah, the kid's going to be a superstar. He's going to be a future captain of India, and he's probably going to be the future captain of Mumbai Indians. He'll be the future captain of bloody whatever franchise he wants, because he's going to be a superstar. He just looks like a natural born leader. He looks so composed out there. And similar to Jaiswal, he looks like he's played 50 international games already. He just looks so settled. And, you know, a lot of people wouldn't like to give credit to the IPL across the world, but the only reason guys like Tilak, Jaiswal, Gill, not even Gill, he was a bit different, but, you know, guys like that, Rinku, the only reason that they come into the team so ready is because of the IPL and the experiences that they get in that. So you really do have to give a lot of credit to that. Sanju Samson, not to be another really poor score. Hardik 24, Axar 14. So that's really about it for the batting lineup. And the Windies, Akil Hussain, I love seeing him. He's one of my favourite Windy players. Get amongst it there. Brandon King, Gordon First, Rock, Mayers. But you had a match-winning knock there from Paran, and that was pretty much it right there. There's not much more to talk about from this one. Pandya takes 3. That's good signs. Yuzi 2. So no Kuldeep Yadav. They've gone for Bishnoi in the T20s. So I don't know if that's just getting more experience into Bishnoi or if that's their real 11. I don't know. But yeah, interesting, isn't it? Yeah, all right. Let's move on to the next T20. There's not much more from that one to talk about, I don't think. On to the third one here. And this is where we've finally seen some lift off from Team India and just some blistering. Just fucking outrageous knock from Surya. Do yourself a favour, if you didn't watch the highlights of this one, go watch it. Just gets going from really, like, I think he got about 15 deliveries in and then just started teeing off on absolutely everything. They win by 7 wickets, 13 pills remaining. I mean, the Windies, like 160 seems like a good score in this series, and then yeah, they finally put it together, the Indian side. Axar 1, Kuldeep 3 for. So Kuldeep comes back into the team there for Bishnoi. So who knows what's going on there. Mukesh Kumar 1. And then into India, Jaiswal and Shupman Gill both gone for piss all. Surya, he looks pretty good at number 3. I like him at number 3. He's such a versatile player that you really do feel like you can put him in from 3 to 7. His best position, probably like a 3, 4, 5, but gee whiz, doesn't he? Just there's no one more exciting, honestly, in world cricket than Surya Kumar Yadav when they get going. So just honestly, a tip of the hat to him. Tilak Varma, we've already spoken about him, but you know what? Is there a lock? Like, is there an emoji? Hold on. Is there a lock emoji? Oh yes, there we go. Lock her in. Lock him in. All right, Tilak Varma. you're locked in. Lock him in for the T20 World Cup. I don't care. Maybe not the 11, but at least the squad. I don't know how you don't go without Clarke Varma. I don't know. He's given you that feeling of like this underdog story where he just comes out of nowhere and has a really big World Cup, like just an underrated sort of guy. 49 off 37 finishes off that knock right there and for the win. So, those are just such good signs when you see stuff like that. And then Pandya, 20. So that's really it to talk about from that one. Clarke Varma he's going to be a special talent, isn't he? Holy moly. All right, which one are we up to now? I think it's the fourth one. Into the fourth T20. I'm actually running out of a bit of breath here, so I'll edit this out. I'm just going to have a drink. Edit all of that out. You won't even see that, thank God. All right, best editor on YouTube. Let's get back into it. The fourth T20 down there in Lauderhill. That's in America. That's why I did the accent. That was a little bit cringe anyway. India win. They then leveled the series up 2-2. Yashasvi Jaiswal, still can't say his first name right. I don't know why I have some problems with it, but 84 not out of 51. Finally was put back into the T20 team in the third T20 and then got another go and performed really, really well. He just looks like a damn superstar. The way he just gets on the back foot and pulls, and he plays so many reverse paddles, and I don't remember seeing him play that many reverse, shots in the IPL, but he seemed to really love going for that. Maybe it's because you get a bit more bounce in the windies maybe, or on those decks, so you don't really have to get on your knee and try and sweep it for 4 as a reverse, but he just looked like he was just having so much fun out there, wasn't he? And almost probably my favourite knock from the entire series. Like, that one from Sky was pretty good. Jaiswal's 100 as well in the test match, but this was honestly one of my favourite knocks in the entire series right there. Into the bowlers. Axar 1, Arshdeep 3 for a little bit expensive, but still taking 3 poles. We love that. Yuzi, Kuldeep, Hardik, and Mukesh Kumar. Mukesh Kumar, right? Mukesh Kumar. What is going on with Mukesh Kumar? Let's write his name down again so I don't forget to just kind of talk about it at the end, but gee whiz, he's getting a lot of opportunity. And then it was just a match-winning opening partnership here, though, from Jaiswal and Gill. Gill didn't get to finish it off. He was a little bit disappointed in himself if you watched the game, but nonetheless, he really did set the platform early with Jaiswal. They finished that off. Clarke Varma at 3, and that's all she wrote for that one. Leveled up, going into a 5th T20 match. There was a little bit of rain. There was a lot of the series was rain effect, which was really annoying because when you're trying to watch the games at 2 a.m. and then it starts raining here, it's raining there, and then you have to wait another 50 minutes for the game to start. It's like, all right, fuck this, I'm going to bed. But anyway, that's not the start for this one. The 5th T20, all on the line. Who wants to win the series and go home as winners? The West Indies did. They got the win in a massive series win. You have to give them the credit. And they played really well. Really well under Romvan Power and Darren Sammy. He's their captain, yeah, Romvan. I just wanted to make sure there. You guys know me. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. I'm a little bit all over the joint here. India, into bat first. Jaiswal and Gill. So, Shubman Gill. I think he had 2 good knocks this series. Other than that, it was a really lean run for him. Jaiswal, hit and miss, but really just overall really promising stuff. Surya at 3, 61 off 45, caught fire late in the series, which is always just sexy to see and arousing. Clarke Varma, 27. That might have been the greatest 27 I've ever seen. No, I'm joking. Sanju Samson. No. Sanju Samson. I think it might be done, brother. I think it might be done. How old is he? He wouldn't be anything older than 28. Oh, there you go. He is 28. That was a good guess. So, yeah, I don't know. Where's he at, guys? Where do you guys think he is at in his career? Like, other than, off my memory, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but other than that Ireland series where they played against Ireland last year, or at the start of this year, I can't remember. He had a really good series, but since then, I can't remember the guy Sanju doing very much with the stick in hand. And you guys know, again, a fan of Sanju. He seems like the most humble dude ever. But honestly, I'd almost be willing to give him an X. I'm going to give him the question mark. But you've got to think, who are the other keepers? You've got Ishan, who is there. Obviously, you got Rishabh. You got KS. Those are three keepers who are in, you want to say, at least 3 different formats in front of him. So Pant is obviously the first choice keeper in all 3 formats. Ishan's probably next. And then it's kind of between a Sanju and a KS Bharat in red ball cricket, I guess. So, yeah, might not to be for the man Sanju Samson, which is a little bit disappointing because we see what he can do for Rajasthan. But if you can't put it out on the international level, then there's nothing more you can really do, is there? Pandya gone for cheap. Aksar cheaply. Arshdeep cheaply. He did hit it. How many sixes did he hit? Just the one, yeah. So he smacked this nice 6 straight over the head. It was genuinely so sexy. And then he got bowled, so that was nice. And yeah, pretty much moving on there. Akil Hussain, Romero Shepherd, Holder taking a few poles, and the West Indies. A massive chase down win here from Brandon King. I don't think the guy could make more than 20 the entire series, and he just bashes out a quick little 85, or no, did he? I think he made a 63 at one point, so that I'll edit that out. But just leading the Windies to victory there, and a massive series win. Not even just like on the terms of the international level, but just internally for the West Indies, knowing that they can win games of cricket against good opposition. Kyle Mayers had a fucking horrible series. He could not get going in any match. Not the red ball, not the white ball, at all. Nothing. Disappointing because I like him. Lucknow Super Giants legend, but maybe that's the only place where he will perform. And yeah, pretty much just finished off there. Nicky Paran, you had Tilak Varma get his first wicket. Jaiswal also rolled the arm over. Yep, I knew I saw that and I wasn't dreaming. None for 11 off 1. Tilak 1 for 17 off 2. He looked okay, and I'm not going to lie to you, Jaiswal looked like he could bowl some decent leggies as well. So, fuck it. Do you want to play Jaiswal as that next spinning all-rounder? Why not? Why not? Stuff it. Just get the man in there. Arshdeep 1 for. And yeah, that's about it. So not a great day at the office for the Indian bowlers there, but really just a class above there from Brandon King. And leads the Windies to a surprising series victory. And hey, that is how that series, that tour officially ended off. We're about to run through the statistics, the most runs and the wickets for the entire series. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So make sure you comment down below, firstly, your thoughts on the entire series. Your positives, your negatives, and what you think needs to be looked at the most. So we do have a few things that I will talk about just before we finish off here. We did kind of touch on Sanju Samson. I think we know where he's at. The last thing I want to talk about is Mukesh Kumar. Now, probably not even that big of a talking point, is it? Because you just assume when Bumrah's back, he comes in. When Shami is, playing, he plays. So you've got Bumrah, Shami. But who's kind of that next pace? Do you have Hardik at the World Cup as that next pace option? Does Bhuvi get a shot back again? Probably not. Umesh, is he amongst it? I'm trying to think of Siraj. Sorry, I forgot Siraj. So is Mukesh Kumar that next seamer in line? I don't know why not. I mean, when you've got Shardul Thakur in the squad as well, do you need to play a specialised seamer as well when you could just play another Shardul Thakur for the extra batsman as well? I think that's what they'll go with, but I think Mukesh Kumar is actually giving them something to look at for the World Cup. And if you get a guy like Siraj or Shami that just starts getting spanked at the World Cup, knowing that you have a guy like Mukesh Kumar who now has a bit of experience under his belt and won't be, scared by the opportunity, it's a good chance to have and a good opportunity for him to have. But hey, that is pretty much it for the notes right there. Tell me if you guys enjoyed me writing down notes throughout the entire video and kind of discussing certain things. If you do like it, let me know. If you think it's a waste of time, also let me know, because I don't want to do it if people don't care for the notes, eh? All right, let's jump straight into it. In the test series, the most runs. Any moment now. Any moment. Wait for the internet. Jaiswal Yeah, I mean, that 171, he averaged 88 for the series. I mean, everyone knows that by now, so it's not really a massive surprise. Rohit Sharma was fantastic. Really good to see there from Hitman. A lot of people, myself as well, have doubted what he still has left in the tank, but he looked really good. Virat only played 2 innings, was the 3rd leading run scorer. Braithwaite, Jadu, just, yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, you guys know. The test matches, they did finish a while ago, so we pretty much know what happened here. In the wickets, Ashwin. Jesus Christ, I didn't even realise he took that many. 15? Jesus, I mean, he had a great day at the office, didn't he? The man dominates in red ball, but still can't get a spot in the white ball team. It's pretty unfortunate. It's like a Nathan Lyon for Australia. Plays all the red ball games and stars, but then just can't fit into the white ball setup. I don't know how, but yeah. Jadu, doing Jadu things. Siraj, Warrican, Kemar, Roach, Mukesh, and yeah, that's pretty much it there. So not a whole lot to go off through the test matches there. There was only 2 of them played. All right, into the ODI statistics here. Ishan Kishan topping the list. It wasn't a massive series for runs in the ODIs, but Kishan clearly a class above with the bat. 187, an average of 61. Shupman Gill, Shai Hope, Hardik, Surya, Sanju Samson. I mean, the man only made 60 runs from 2 games, so I don't know. An average of 30, I don't know. Is it a lack of opportunity still? I just don't fucking know what it is. Let me know what your thoughts on Sanju is. Where is his career heading for Team India? I'm really unsure on where he sits kind of amongst it all. All right, into the most wickets, and then we will kind of get into the T20s and finish off. Takua. Yeah, baby. Lord Takua. Okay. Yeah, lock that man in for the World Cup. I don't care. He has to play. Ooh, actually, I'm trying to think of the 11 in my head. Maybe he won't. We'll get back to it. Kuldeep Yadav doing Kuldeep things. Motti, Shepherd, Mukesh Kumar, Jadu. Doing all the regular stuff there. All right, into the T20 series, which again was just a fantastic damn series, wasn't it? Absolutely loved every moment. And you have a look at the most runs. The top 2 are West Indians. And they won, so that probably makes sense why they won. Nicky Paran, 176. He was fantastic. I mean, yeah, we've seen what he did in the MLC final and has just completely carried that over. So massive ups to the man, Nicky Paran. One of my favourite cricketers to watch. And we've seen what Hardik Pandya said to him about hitting him for 6s. And then Nicky Paran hit him for a few 6s down the ground. So that was always, that was pretty funny to see, wasn't it? Brandon King, pretty solid. Tilak Varma's just standing up tall for India in his debut series. I mean, kid's a superstar. Like, to think that I'm older than him and he's doing that and I'm doing this, I'd rather be here, of course, you know. Anyway, Tilak Varma, I'll edit that out. High score of 51, but average is 57 and just put on runs every single time he went out there to bat. So yeah, he's looking promising, and it does sound like he is in massive contention for that World Cup number 4 spot. Surya, Powell, Hetmeyer, Gill, and the rest of them. All right, into the most wickets. Any moment, internet. Okay, I'll let you go. All right, we're on a time schedule here. Don't make us take too long. ESPN, come on. Come on, ESPN, don't do this, man. All right, hold on a minute. Well, it doesn't look like this is going to load for some damn reason, but hey, that might just have to cap us off right there. I think we can, what we should be able to do, we should be able to go right here and then go stats and then go T20. And there we go. So Romero Shepherd 9, Arshdeep 7, and Kuldeep Yadav with 6 of his own right there. So hey, that is how that one is going to cap us off for that full deep dive series review for the entire thing. I've lost a bit of my breath, I'm not going to lie. But damn, it feels good to sit here and just talk cricket with everyone again, man. This is the stuff that I just love doing, just sitting, talking cricket, discussing it with everyone and reading everyone's comments of what everyone else thinks of the teams and the setups and the games and my opinions. I love it all. So hey, if you guys are new around here, subscribe, leave a like, comment down below. Again, all of your takeaways from this series, what your biggest positive was, your biggest negative from the series is. But hey, that'll cap us off. I hope we all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.